Hey guys, what's up? This is Arceus, and welcome back to my channel and the one of the last videos of the Taken in Survival Guide in Cataclysm. This video is going to be all about the gear in Cata, which you guys are going to need to gear from anywhere from normal dungeons to raids and other raiding content. Before we get started, I want to make a quick comment. Macintosh Productions, it's a great channel. You can check it out on my subscriptions. He's got this great channel going on about this game in the beta stage called Minecraft. It's pretty addictive building and crafting game. It's really fun. I play it myself on a occasion, but he's got a great channel set up. He does reviews, box openings, giveaways, guides. He does everything. So and it's all aimed towards the Macintosh users and owners. So if you got a Mac or if you just play Minecraft, go ahead and check out Macintosh Productions. Alright, so now that we got out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of gear for Cataclysm. So there's going to be about 3 stages you're going to want to get to as a tank for Cata, at least in the first patch, 4.0. First off, let's talk about normal dungeons. Basically, to get geared to normal dungeons, you have to level through at least, I would say, 4 out of the 5 zones. You could probably do 3 out of the 5, just going straight through, not doing both levels of a zone or something like that, but it's probably better for you if you go through 3 out of the 5 zones. Right now, I've gone through 4 out of the 5. I'm about halfway through my last zone. The reason you do this is because not only will you get honored with every faction after completing every zone, you'll also, there occasionally is a plate tanking drop for a quest reward. So it's not very common as DPS plate is and that kind of thing, but it's definitely there's definitely drops for that for tanks. And the honored part, there's I think 2 good, maybe 2 or 3 good either tanking items, or I think there's an enchant at honored from the factions when you have them just in honored, and you get honored just by completing the zone that they're involved in. So that's a great way to get gear as well. And I was able to tank normal dungeons with just the quest gear and some of the reputation gear. I wasn't grinding the reps, so it was pretty much all just the honored gear, which are blue ILMO 333s. There's a really good set of pants. There's cloak, a neck piece. I ran the normal dungeon with those. The rest of it was pretty much quest gear. I think I had 1 or 2 251, 264 gear pieces from ICC that I never found to replace. But you'll still be fine with that. So yeah, easy to get there. Once you're there, you're gonna want to go through the normal dungeons. You're gonna want to basically set out to find drops from bosses to gear for heroics from the normal dungeons. You also want to grind your rep in those normal dungeons, so get the tabards for the individual factions. But the way I went about this was add-on called Atlas Loot, and you select Cataclysm with the module, and then it's got all the different dungeons. So let's take Grim Batal. I got Grim Batal a lot running normal dungeons. That might just be me, but it goes through boss by boss, showing all the different drops on normal and heroic. So you go through on normal, and I know the last boss, he drops, I think it's a mace, tanking mace. So you go through with Atlas Loot, and you basically, for each slot on your character's item, like for each slot on your character, you find the best possible item you can get either through reputation or a drop off of a boss. Uh, um, another thing, another way to go about gearing up for heroics is the craftable. I think they're 350 something. What are they? 359 craftable 359 pieces. There's 3 of them. They're all purples and they're all just epically awesome. There's a belt, a great shield, and also a really good chest. These are going to be a great way to help you get geared up for heroics. Right now I'm wearing all 3 of them, and I've been running heroics kind of on the crazy side. I think I've run about 10, so it's not like I've been grinding them out, but I do when I can, and it takes about 30 minutes or so for me to complete one, just because when you're tanking heroics, it's going to be very hard. The DPS and the heals and yourself, you're all going to have to be geared at a certain point. You're also going to have to be skilled in order for it to go relatively smoothly. But as far as heroics are concerned, you go through your slots, like I said, and you find the best possible item for that slot from either dungeon drop or the craftables or reputation. You're not going to get to exalted when you should not be getting to exalted, to put it that way, just running normal dungeons. Takes a while to get them to exalted, so you'll probably hopefully be in the heroic stage by then. Blizzard implemented a item level average cap, I guess you could say. You have to get to a certain average to actually run heroics. I found that once I got to that average, and I think I had 2 out of the 3 craftables, I had all the reputation pieces I could have. Once I got to that average with dungeon drops, I was actually able to tank heroics. You might want to go through as DPS once you can reach that average with the tanking gear on, and just look at the other tanks, see what he's wearing, and if your gear is similar to his and you guys do okay in that run, then you should be good to go. Once you get to the heroic stage, same thing. Go through the dungeon drops, the boss drops, and find the best possible item for that individual slot on your character. Craftables are still going to be trumping anything that those bosses drop, and you'll also be able to get a crap ton of justice points. It's 70 justice points per boss. You can use these by 346 blues, and high-end tanks are going to be using these to fill the slots that are not epics to actually raid. So once you get to that heroic stage, go ahead and chain run them, and you should be getting those justice points very quickly. Depending on how much you do, it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to take a lot of time, but you accumulate those justice points, use those to buy pieces of armor that you either don't have a craftable epic in, or a reputation epic. Now, every single faction, whether for the Alliance or the Horde, has craftable, or not craftable, reputation epics at Exalted. So as Alliance, you're going to want to go with Earthen Ring, Guardians of Hyjal, Therazin, I think, the Cat people, don't know how to pronounce them, and Wild Hammer. For Horde, you're going to want to do all those except for Wild Hammer, go with Dragon Maw. And you want to get each one of those exalted, because each one of those factions has either an epic plate piece at exalted, or a enchant, either head or shoulder enchant, similar to Wrath. Once you get all those, that's really going to make you above most tanks, because you'll actually be filling out your character with epics. So once you reach this heroic plate where you can run heroics at a very steady and comfortable rate, go ahead and start getting geared up for raids. I would like I've been saying, use the craftables, use the reputation epics. You're gonna be wanting to wear tabards at all times when running through dungeons. There's also dailies at the quartermasters of each of the factions. Go ahead and be doing those. And the last thing is Valor points. You get 70 every day for doing the random daily. You can use these to buy 359 epics, I believe. It's going to take you a while to if you're just earning 70 a day, it's going to take you a while to accumulate enough to get anything. But while you're gearing up for raids and you're running your dungeons a lot, you should be running your dungeons every day. You might be able to accumulate enough Valor points to buy at least one of these items. So, yeah, that's all. That's all I pretty much have for you guys. I'll probably be releasing one more video just to go over, finalize a lot of things. I started this series before Cataclysm came out, so I guess this last video I'll probably, say what's changed. There has been some things, but yeah, so just go out there and tank, and hope my advice will help you guys. If you've got any questions, you can email me at tankinin27@gmail.com. Stay tuned.